Hey guys, it's Neil from the Schoolbusters. Before I get started, I want to give a big shout out to our super fan members, Matt Moore and the Burnt Chihuahua. Now, if you want to join and become a member and help us grow, hit the join button, the memberships, and obviously don't forget to subscribe. So getting back to today's video. So I've been working on a tune for the Mitsubishi Lancer, and it's the engine swap with the Scudo. And basically I've tried different setups for different races, and the best one I've managed at the minute, PP tune for Le Mans Money Farm, that race. So like I say, you do need this engine swap. If you don't have it, then obviously this video is no good for you. So let's get on to my setup. So first thing that I've done is I always create a new data sheet, so that I've always got like a backup of the original. So that's what I'd recommend first, is do a data sheet, name it, and then we're good to go. So first things first is the tyres, and in this particular race you will need racing hards, intermediates and heavy wets. Next thing, the suspension, you don't need to purchase that, it's just on normal. What you do need to purchase is the fully customizable LSD. Once you've purchased that, then you can tune to this setup here, which is initial torque is 30, front and rear, acceleration sensitivity is 5 at the front, 10 at the back, and the same for braking sensitivity. Front and rear torque distribution is 50-50, and downforce, the front is 20, the rear is 340. Didn't touch the ECU. The ballast is 186, and the positioning is -50. You do need the fully customizable racing transmission, so you can alter the gearbox, then set that to 280. And then obviously we can't have nitrous. So the next thing is, I did buy the turbo, but not for this tune. So the next thing is the brakes. I bought carbon brakes, brake pads, racing. Next thing is the brake controller, so you can change the balance of the brakes. I did have mine set to 4, but I preferred it on -4, so it's a little bit sharper. Next thing to purchase is the clutch and flywheel is racing. And other than that, now it is the weight reduction. So it's the stage 1, 2 and 3. Make sure you have them installed, and then you are good to go. You should have a 700 pp tune. Like I say, for the engine swap, I changed the livery as well to look like the Scudo. There was a guy, I think from the UK, I think he'd done this livery, and I think it's excellent. So yep, look at that, looks absolutely fantastic on that Lancer. So first things first, this is the first flying lap, so you can see my setup. Traction I had on 1, brake balance -4, fuel map 1. You can play around with that if you wanted to. If you have it on fuel map 1, you just do 2 laps of full on speed, and basically you just absolutely rinse them. This is on hard. I did try it on easy, and I thought I'll try it on hard. Since the update, I have noticed it doesn't rain as much as what it used to on this race. I know that they have altered the weather radar since the update as well. They've secretly done that. So like I say, fuel map 1, you can, I think 1 lap you could do fuel map 3, and then you'll get 3 laps out of it. But yeah, it's up to you how you want to do it. I just left it on fuel map 1, 2 stops, 2 laps and then stop, and then 2 laps and stop, so on. And you can see how fast this thing is. It's really quick. Like I say, it's not the fastest car. I think the fastest lap I've got in this is a 3:58. So it's not the fastest, but it's not far off. I think Lewis managed a 3:47, I think it was, in the Audi Quattro. Pikes Peak, I think he done. I might do a video on that with Lewis, so he could be in the Pikes Peak Quattro and I might be in this, and see what it's like in a race, which would be better. I think that might be a future video. So yeah, fuel map 1, and now that you know it's 2 laps of fuel, you can then keep an eye on the weather radar. And as you'll see, what I've done is I've sped up the rest of the race after this lap. I just put this first lap in because you can see the actual pace of the car. So halfway round we're already first, so that's how quick this is. Really good. Tyre wear, again, it's probably you get about 3 laps on hards, and then obviously it starts going off the cliff. So I think that's pretty much it covered, really, everything there. Like I say, 2 laps to pit, and then it's I think 7 laps in total. Obviously if you're a little bit faster you might just get 8 laps, I think. I made a little mistake in this race at the end, and I think I was just missed out on the 8th lap. Not that it matters because it's obviously a 30-minute race. And then once you know how many laps you need to do, like I say, it's 2 if you're on fuel map 1. Just keep it on the weather radar. You'll see that's all I do, and then you're pretty much done really for the race. Like I say, since this new update 1.24, they haven't mentioned it in the patch notes, but they have altered is the weather radar. They've improved it, actually. They've not broken it, they have improved it. And if you check on it, you will see that it does not really, it spits, but it doesn't absolutely chuck it down like it would do normally on Le Mans. Normally you have like middle of the race where it rains, absolutely pours down, and then obviously you've got to go to wet tyres. But if you watch this race now, I'm going to speed it up now after this lap so you can see my flying lap. It's a 3:58. I reckon that could come down a little bit more than that, to be honest. So all I do is keep an eye on the weather radar, and like I say, it does not rain. You can do hard tyres all the way through this race now, so it's worth keeping an eye on the weather radar, I think, in case it might change. I don't know. So that is pretty much it for today's video, guys. Let me know what you think of this tune, if you're happy with it. I am going to try and get a Tokyo tune. I might reset the bodywork and take the weight reduction off and see if I can, so it can handle the track better in Tokyo. Because what it is I have got a perfect setup, and if it's on racing softs, I can easily do 156s, I think it was, but because the tune I can only get comfort mediums on, so it's all, you know, you get it to 600 pp. So that's why I've not shared it just yet. I'm still trying to fine tune it and get the perfect setup for that. I just don't like sharing things just for the sake of it. I want to make sure it works, and then obviously it pays dividends then for you guys. So okay guys, let us know what you think of this tune and this setup for the car, this engine swap. And obviously don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time.